Michael, to be able to go to two straight BCS bowls, what does that mean for you guys? It's not something that happens here a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. It's great for the university. For us, I mean, that's what we wanted. That was part of the goals and some things we wanted to accomplish. So, I mean, it's exciting. Guys are excited, and we can't wait to get out there to Arizona and play Oklahoma State.
Actually, for both of you, and Andrew, you don't have to defend him, but they have a great quarterback, and I think it's going to become a storyline. You know, you're both top in the Heisman, blah, blah, blah. And you both had great seasons. So maybe start talking about Whedon a little bit, and then, of course, you have to defend him.
Yeah. The nature of a bowl game with, I guess, two quarterbacks that have put up, good numbers or on good teams, I'm sure that'll be a great storyline for everybody. But I know him as a person, great guy. I've got to hang out with him the past couple of summers down at the Manning camp. Really enjoyed being around him. He's a solid guy, great character. And really enjoyed watching him throw the football around. And he's got great targets to throw to, and he obviously knows what he's doing. He's put his team in an unbelievable position.
Any as a safety have to deal with a guy like that, former minor league baseball pitcher?
Yeah, I mean, Whedon, he's a great quarterback. He's put up great numbers, has a great target, and that's more so what I'm gonna have to deal with, not just the quarterback. I'll leave that up to Chase Thomas and our front seven. But going against a guy like Justin Blackman, I mean, we're going to get some pretty good wide receivers. So like always, our secondary is going to have to rise up to the challenge, and I think we've done a pretty good job against the receivers we've gone against, but none of them are the Blitnikoff winner, or none of them names are Justin Blackman. So it's going to be a great challenge for us, but I think our guys will rise up to the challenge.
Did you guys just assume all along this is what was going to happen? I mean, is this no surprise? Probably, the way it boiled down, especially after Oklahoma State beat Oklahoma, you probably figured this was you kind of anticipate that this is what was going to happen.
Yeah, well, I think we did. Obviously being, curious college students and, 18 to 22-year-olds, of course, we run through every scenario. If this happens and this, we go there. But it always came back to, I think, Fiesta Bowl versus a good Oklahoma State team. And, I don't think we wanted to assume anything because, we get in trouble sometimes, but I don't think many people were surprised on our team by that.
Andrew, did you watch the Oklahoma State game last night?
I watched a good portion of it. My sister's volleyball game was during the second half, so I didn't get to see the end of it. But from what I saw, they looked impressive, as they have all year.
Did you watch that knowing that it could be your next opponent, or just watch that just as a casual thing?
The thought, crossed my mind definitely, but it wasn't like watching film. When you don't have the rewind and the end zone and the wide view, it's sort of hard to analytically try and dissect what's going on. So it was more of a fan watching good football.
How do you guys feel? I mean, okay, you didn't get to the BCS game, LSU Alabama, but arguably this is the runner-up bowl. I mean, it's the next big game. I think there'll be a lot of attention. I mean, do you feel good about that? Like this is maybe bigger than the Orange Bowl last year?
I don't know. I don't want to. The Orange Bowl was big in its own right, and I think in very different ways than it is this year. Being the first BCS game, for the team. So I don't want to devalue the game last year in any way or this year by comparing the two. But Oklahoma State, obviously an unbelievable opponent, and I don't think we want to view it as the runner-up bowl game. It's a big deal to us. This is.
I didn't mean it.
I understand. I'll approach it like a championship game. It's I think two great teams going at it. Obviously, the official championship game is going to be LSU Alabama, but I'm going to approach it like our championship game because it's what it is for us. It's last game for a lot of guys, and what an unbelievable opponent and great venue to be in.
Michael, do you have any thoughts about the magnitude of the game?
Yeah, I mean, just going off of what Andrew said, yeah, it is like our national championship. No one will crown us national championships after the game, but it's definitely the biggest one for us at the end of the year, where we want to be in the BCS game, and guys are excited. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I'm ready to play, ready to start preparing for them.
Would you fellows like to see a 14 playoff at this point? I mean, if whether or not you're in it, would you like to see a 14 playoff when it gets down to the end? What do you think of that idea?
Or you ask a question in like a month and a half, and I'll have a better answer for you than now. So I'll abstain from answering
How
that.
about you, Mike? You're not going to abstain, are you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, you always want to see the best possible solution to actually like put all the speculation aside and see who is number one. The playoff system probably would be a good way to do that, but at the same time, I mean, the system is what it is, and we're happy where we're at. We're happy where we're at.
But you guys basically have grown up with just the BCS stuff, haven't you?
Yeah.
You don't remember just the bowl games, okay? Forget it.
Always teasing the younger guys, man.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, he's been all over me today.
So it's not the BCS game and it's not the Rose Bowl, which were your two, I think, goals sort of we heard this year. But if it couldn't be those two, is this the game that you would dream of?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, hopefully a great game to cap off a good ride for all the seniors.
Did you guys talk about team goals at the start of the year before everything got going and maybe wrote them down somewhere? Was there anything like that?
The biggest team goal talked about, you know, brought up by Coach Shaw, was a Pac-12 championship. Obviously, that didn't happen, but I mean, BCS is obviously a goal for any college team, you know. But the one that was really talked about was the Pac-12 championship, which unfortunately, you know, we didn't attain, and Oregon rightfully deserved it.
Does potentially finishing, you know, 2 or 3 in the country help make up for the lack of a Pac-12 championship?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like it does, but no, you still want to reach that goal because not only was it the first Pac-12 championship, you just want to be the champion of your conference. So saying, oh, but we were number 2 or number 3, you know, that doesn't make up for it, but it's a sweet finish though. So yeah, we'll take it.
Before you guys got here, being from, you know, playing against each other in high school and all that stuff, did you talk about, you know, before you got here what you'd like to accomplish in your careers?
I think more so just besides just talking about it, it was kind of understood. Like we didn't want to go 4 and 8, 5 and 7. We want to bring this program to a point where we were competing for championships year in and year out, and going to BCS games. That's definitely some of the goals that we talked about. But yeah, I mean that was just an understanding by most of the guys coming in that's now the new standard. That's where the bar is going to be.
What gave you the confidence that there was going to be a new standard based on what the seasons were prior to Harbaugh arriving?
The guys that came in, I mean, you just heard it in their voice. You saw it just through their work ethic. I mean, the guys before us, I mean, they set a foundation on basically how we should work, and starting with, I think, like my class and the class before me, guys really started to believe in it, and they just started, you just saw the change in the culture of our program. Like guys just started working harder and just competing, and that's what gave us the confidence that it could be done. You know, you say, well, it hasn't been done. How can you know you can reach that height, reach that potential? But I mean, if you don't try, if you believe you can only do what's been done before you, which has been like those 4 and 8, 5 and 7 games, then you want to accomplish those things. But we felt like we could accomplish way more than what's been done here before, and we believed in it.
Now, you have obviously had a chance to watch Andrew play in high school.
Yeah.
Before that. When you saw him there and competed against him, what did you say? Oh my God, this guy could be a Heisman Trophy guy?
Yeah, to be honest, yes. And the reason why I say that is because, I mean, we don't believe in, like, I mean, me personally, I don't believe in, like, all the hype when it comes to, like, recruiting with, like, the stars and stuff like that. I mean, certain guys get exposed and everything, but just from seeing some of the guys who I guess were getting recruited and stuff like that, and some things they did, and I got to actually play against this guy and like see him at camps and stuff like that. I'm like, to me personally, he's better than a lot of guys that everybody else is talking about. So I feel like just knowing him personally and his leadership and his character, I'm like, he's a natural born leader, and he's gonna win some games wherever he goes. So yeah, I definitely saw him being able to have success in college wherever he went and potentially winning the Heisman. Yes, I did see that.
Andrew, you made the decision to come back last year, and there's a lot of